AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
So Jalen Brunson, just to get back to that, he's allegedly, reportedly, in for a 4-year, $156 million contract extension. Provided 5 more years of certainty in New York, rather than waiting until next summer for a 5-year, $270 million extension. So he's leaving $114 million on the table. And there's a lot to me to dissect about that. Especially when it comes to this guy who we talk about championing him. We talked about it at length yesterday. Dom knows how I feel about just, wow, I get to root for him. I get to root for this guy. Like, it sounds so corny, but nah.
But it's honest. It's honest, bro.
It's beyond honest. It's
honest.
This is tough. You left $100 million on the table just to play here, just to make something work out. Do I suspect that La Cosa Nostra, Leon Rose and them, CAA and them got something up their sleeve? CAA is the second biggest agency out there.
How much did Rick Brunson make in his career? Daddy Brunson. Pull that up real quick. I'm curious, bro. Just curious. Go to hell, baby.
No, that was like mad random.
I just want to know, what did Daddy Brunson make in his complete career?
Right here I'm pulling up. I don't see a total, but
go do Basketball Reference. Pull up Rick Brunson.
They have it on there.
Yeah, go back. I'm gonna show you where it's at right now. Go Basketball Reference. Go get Rick Brunson profile up, and go down to salaries.
That's crazy.
So it'll show you by year. All right. So if you pull down, pause.
I scroll down or
scroll down. Yeah. If you scroll all the way down, keep going. Because all the options are open. So you'll see it as you scroll down. Rick didn't have that long of a career, so it'll come.
Oh, right here.
Here we go. So what is that black number?
5 million. Yeah.
So Brunson's probably already made that in his career.
He made that in November.
Right. So okay, I was curious to see how his dad did. His dad did just fine. Better than a lot of us doing out here. So he did just fine.
Mono said 100,000.
The nerve of us laughing at millionaires. The nerve.
Bro, let me get $1.
The nerve of us. I just came home from work. You see where I'm coming from? Like the nerve of us.
I'm about to go to work. But that. What was your reaction to that? Because I'm obviously elated about it, but I'm also thinking about the master plan behind the guy.
Yeah, first thing that comes to mind, bro, is I never like guys giving pay cuts to organizations. Like I want all these players to make as much money as possible, right? In their profession, average lifespan for an NBA player is like 3.5 years, right? Something like that, 5 years, something around there, right? And so not a lot of these guys get to the 10-year mark where they can get the pension and get the health care for life and all that kind of stuff. So I'm always a proponent of guys making as much money as they can. But on the other side of that, I'm extremely happy that he's going to set a precedent, right? Your best player is going to leave $15 million per on the table, right? He's going to go from potentially making 54 a year to making 39 a year, which it ain't bad, but it allows us flexibility, right? Again, I'm always a proponent of guys making as much as possible. But if that is his decision, if he sees the bigger picture, if he has foresight to say, hey, I want to work with you guys. I want to be here. We've married each other. I want to go forward. But guess what? I don't want to put y'all in the position where y'all are handcuffed when I am in my prime a year or two from now. I am 1, 2, 3 guard in the league. And to get me over the hump, I just need another guy. And now we're in a position where we can't do that because I'm making $55 million a year and it's just not feasible. So right now, we have the draft capital. We have some pieces that I think are movable. I'm not mad at him for making that decision, but I want to be clear. I want guys to get as much money as possible.
I'm not mad at him at all. Of course, we can't be as a fan, and
as
even
a fan. There you go.
As a fan, yeah. But I don't think we're the normal kind of fan either. Like I think Tua expresses the fandom way crazier. Like what I feel, he does it for us on screen. But then I have like 20 other things I'm thinking about.
OG is the definition of fanatic. Like he is the definition, and that's not a slight. That's my brother. So please folks don't confuse that. But that aspect of him is genuine. It's real. It ain't fake. He is a fanatic when it comes to these Knicks. But go ahead.
Yeah. So we feel that way, but then like the personalities take over. So I got 20 other things I'm thinking about when I read Jalen Brunson has accepted this deal. Like he's taking less money. How you gonna make that money back? Like there's no way he's in New York. Let's start there. I like that. I like how we started there because Gilbert Arenas and these clowns and they're clowning, I should say. I don't want to call them a clown because these guys are making money and they're doing their thing. Whatever.
They're doing their thing.
They're doing their thing, right?
Making the rich richer. But that's another
him and Rashard McCants, who somehow climbing up the ladder as a basketball analyst for me, crazy. And Gilbert is dropping, but they're going back and forth about what a superstar is and what these things that can make you a superstar. And they're basically referring to popularity and selling and being marketable. And that's what they're talking about. That's what a superstar can be for any genre of music or whatever you do in your life, profession. The fact that Eli Manning said, I'm not going to Indianapolis or wherever, or San Diego, because they drafted not Ryan Leaf,
Phillip Rivers.
I ain't going over there. I ain't going to Pittsburgh either. Oh, okay. You think it's an accident that Archie said, y'all are not going through what I went through. They was wearing bags on their heads in New Orleans when Archie was the quarterback. He said, hell no. Y'all are not, my boys, y'all not going through that. Hell no. And shout out to him, because again, before LeVar Ball, he's not as boisterous, Archie Manning, but you talking about a guy who got both of his sons in the league. He was nice himself in the game, but he knew it's a little different when you do it in New York, man. A lot of money over there. Paying, we did this from Indianapolis. All right, we got some cachet now.
But take your ass over to Denver. Denver want you? Go on, get.
Well, that again,
you know
ironically,
like Archie, I know Archie said that's a good move, son. Go ahead.
Ironically, John Elway's the guy who did it first.
Boom.
He turned down, I want to say, Baltimore to go to Denver, which is crazy.
Was Baltimore moving at the time? John Elway is the 83 draft. What draft is John Elway?
Yeah, that's 83 because Marino.
Elway.
It had to be Ken O'Brien from the Jets.
Yeah, that's that.
And Bills. The Bills.
Bruce Smith?
No. Jim Kelly.
Excuse me.
Okay, so John Elway did it first. He turned down whatever the team, and then went to
he did do that.
Denver. Elway, same guy, adopts Peyton Manning later on in his career to help him win another championship. Peyton's brother Eli is the one who turned down San Diego and whatever else to go to the New York Giants. That has everything to do with the reason why Jalen Brunson came to New York. Like, let's not forget Mark Cuban, who's very savvy. There's a lot of things Mark Cuban talks about. Listen to him talk. The fact that and what wasn't spoken about, the unspoken thing about filing a tampering charge on the Knicks was like, nah, I lost him. I didn't lose him because I had a chance. Stop playing with me, man. You guys are lying on my name. I didn't have a chance at this. This is what I feel Mark Cuban is saying. And you guys, come on, man. The writing's on the wall.
How much money out of that? How much money? How much did we get fined for that? Half a ticket? 500,000? $750.
Knicks Brunson tampering file.
Daddy, Godfather, everybody. Yo, we said we're gonna take that. We're gonna take that half a ticket on the arm. Come here, bring your ass over here. We're gonna take that on the arm.
What is it saying? Find somebody in the comments to get to it. NBA gives Knicks slap on the wrist for tampering with second round pick. I'm sorry, guys. I hate when I don't pull it up. We got to make this a little bit easier, StreamYard, sharing the screen, because these guys, they be on Twitch and they go crazy with it. Take away
2025 second round pick.
Right. I thought it was money though.
I thought it was money too.
There's no money because how much did they find Magic for?
Huh?
Remember they find Magic?
Remember they find Magic?
They find them for tampering.
Oh, with the Lonzo Ball thing?
I think so. Yeah, 50,000.
Oh, okay, yeah. Magic got fined 50,000. Damn, they don't got a number for us.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't see a number on there.
Damn,
there's no number here. Just a draft pick. So and we just lost it. All right, cool. So it was worth a tampering charge. It's worth all of that, right? Hell yeah. So I say all that to say a roundabout way of he came to New York, and me and Flea were talking about this earlier, and we got to talk about it now.
Got a question for the comments. I want to see what our people think. You mentioned something about superstars, and got a question for the people.
You want to write that down before we forget?
Nah, I ain't gonna forget.
Okay. The one thing that came to mind was the NBA's, the NBPA, the new contract that they agreed to has players able to invest in individual teams, right? What if Leon Rose and them are setting up a way for these players to participate in investing in the Knicks as well?
But the CBA, the stuff that we was reading today on the CBA, that don't even sound. What you're saying doesn't sound right. You can't invest in a current team you're playing for, can you?
You can invest. The way it works is you can invest in an investment fund, 4% of the company,
right?
4% of the franchise. You don't even have to play for the franchise. It could be your own franchise. Right. It could be any franchise, but it's more like an investment arm. So basically, it's AllBall TV investment fund. We're gonna go and invest in the Knicks. The most we can invest into it is 4%. If you're Jalen Brunson and you're the New York Knicks, aren't you participating in that?
Oh God, here goes Fabian's about to get in his. All right, go ahead, get in your bag. Go ahead.
You're not? You have to be.
I mean, listen, you're trying to set up yourself after basketball. How do we stay attached? So
after, real quick, the most valuable franchises in the NBA, the Golden State Warriors are 7.7, the Knicks are 6.6, the Lakers are 6.4, the Celtics are 4.7. So right away, we have Golden State Warriors, the most winning franchise in the last 10 years. We'd all agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks, we just started winning. The Lakers,
stock for a while,
historically winning franchise. The Celtics, historically winning franchise. And it doesn't. You have to wait till you get to the Clippers, so you become like, how did that happen? And you know why? Because
Ballmer.
That's part of the reason why. Yeah, Ballmer, and also investing in Kawhi Leonard, and they had a sale out there already. But my point is that we're doing all this and we haven't even won. There's no winning attached to 6.6 billion. There's no winning.
No, you know what's attached to it? Those first two words in front of the Knicks.
1,000%. But
New York.
my point is this: 4% of 6.6. I think I did the math earlier, was 260 million. So you have to have a team that comes up with 260 million. If you're Jalen Brunson, you have a contract that you left off 110 million. I'm guaranteed a whole bunch of millions. You think I'm not getting a loan for $100 million from a bank, or a bunch of these guys are going to get another loan for $100 million to invest 4% into the Knicks? The Knicks might be worth double in 5 years. Double. So that 260 will go to $500 million.
So to answer your question, then yes. This
is all I'm saying. And by the way, you ain't hear it from nobody. Nobody's talking about this. Yeah. Nobody's talking about this but Knicks Rehab.
Yeah.
Players are allowed to invest in teams, and there's no way that Jalen Brunson and these guys, not to say he's not a good guy, because that's guaranteed money now. Let's not fickle around this. That's guaranteed cash. Cashola. But I'm not saying he's even selfish for this. It's just a smart way for these players to participate in the NBA, especially when all that politics aside, if you're on one side, you always say LeBron ruined the league. We know what side that is. They hate LeBron James. Regardless of how we feel about him, there's a side that will always hate what he says because it's political with him, right? And they think he represents the downfall, the crybaby, the darkness of the NBA the last 10 years. While there's a Steph Curry there. And now we're on our way with the Ant-Man, 22 years old, John Morant coming back. These guys are smiling on the court, playing ball. And then you got a star like this in New York City? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So look at the thumbnail. New ownership. Yeah. It's not an accident. Flea. Big Flea.
You had an agenda, and I love it. I love when you have an agenda. I love this shit. You got an agenda. I love it. I love it.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.